The Arapaima is a 10-foot, 400-pound freshwater fish that can actually drown. Most people don't think of a fish drowning, but the Arapaima has gills so small they're almost useless. It has to surface every 10 to 20 minutes to gulp air through a modified swim bladder that works like a lung. If it can't reach the surface, it suffocates. In the murky, low-oxygen waters of the Amazon, where other fish go belly up, this thing is perfectly comfortable, because oxygen in the water is not really the point. I can't get over the size of these things. They're 10 feet, 400 pounds, and freshwater. It leaps out of the water to catch birds, lizards, and primates from low-hanging branches. The scales on this fish are interesting to the U.S. Air Force. The inner layer has a woven collagen structure so tough that when researchers put actual piranha teeth on a metal press and drove them into the scales, the teeth shattered before they broke through the scales. They started studying the biology as a model for new body armor. These things have been around essentially unchanged for 13 million years. They belong to a group called bony-tongued fish, Osteoglossiformes, which split off from other fish about 220 million years ago. There are only two representatives of this family left alive today, the Arapaima and the arowana. At one time there were probably hundreds of species in this family. The fact that it's down to two tells you it's a very specific niche, and that niche may or may not be dwindling. The males are mouth brooders. They scoop the eggs up after the female lays them and carry them in their mouths until they hatch. Then they let the juveniles swim around their head. The males secrete a compound from a gland in their forehead that the young fish eat up. The indigenous people call it Arapaima milk. It likely provides the same kind of bacterial protection that mother's milk provides in other species. The females don't abandon them either. They circle the male and the young the whole time, guarding the perimeter. That level of care and commitment is not something you usually see in fish. Commercial fishing hit these things hard. By 1924, fishermen were hauling out 7,000 tons a year. Brazil outlawed commercial fishing of Arapaima in 1996 after surveys found populations depleted at 93% of the sites where they had historically been and completely gone from 19% of those locations. Because they have to surface to breathe, they are one of the easiest large fish in the world to spot and harpoon. Now they're being farmed successfully in Brazil, and there are efforts to farm them in the United States as a food source. The problem is, they escape. There is now an invasive Arapaima population in Florida. There are roughly 75,000 of them left in the Amazon today, and one of the best hopes for taking pressure off that number dwindling is getting the farms to work right.